Everyone, good morning to our channel. This is day 3 in Tallinn. We have practically covered almost all of Tallinn, which you can see. So today we are heading to Helsinki for a day trip. So we have booked a ferry ride which will start at 7 a.m. from the port area, and we paid around 60 euros for both of us for return ticket. So that's 3000 rupees INR per person return fare. So we'll start 7 a.m. from here, reach Helsinki by 9:30 a.m. and while coming back we have a 7 p.m. Return ferry and we'll reach Tallinn by 9:30. It's right now 6 a.m. in Tallinn. It's slightly drizzling a bit, so we are not walking towards the harbor. We'll take a quick cab. I just checked on Uber. It's just 3 euros from here, so I'll just book it off. Really excited to visit a new country. So see you guys from the ferry. We are at Terminal A of the Old City Harbor. That's our Viking Line office. We'll head there and our departure is at 7. Right now it's 6:22.
एकदम एयरपोर्ट की तरह पहले कियोस्क से ये निकाले और हम गेट के अंदर एंटर करने वाले हैं डिपार्चर। अब हम जा रहे हैं फेरी की तरफ। ये मेरा आज तक का सबसे बड़ा बोट राइड है। हम पहुंच गए हैं शिप में।
Shivani has got croissant and a cappuccino from the below deck where they serve food and restaurants are there, and this together is for 600 INR. They have Wi-Fi on board, and as I said, we are now selling out of Tallinn. The sky is still grumpy with lots of clouds and rain. I hope it clears out in Helsinki. It's forecasted with no rains and a spell of sunshine during the day, so let's see.
नीचे है बार काउंटर्स और ऊपर है ये सनडेक एरिया विच इज सो अनरियल एंड सो ब्यूटिफुल। दिस इज द अदर पार्ट ऑफ रेस्टोरेंट। दैट्स द रेस्टरूम। सिंस बापी मेरे साथ नहीं है तो मैं खुद की वीडियो ले लेती हूँ।
हम आ गए दूसरे रेस्टोरेंट पे, इसका नाम है ब्लू डिलाइट एंड शिवानी हैज गॉट सम croissant again and a yogurt
काश ये लेके आ सकती
and
मैं।
a ham and cheese sandwich for me, and here she is calling all her friends and look at
एयरपोर्ट से। बहुत ठंडे यहाँ पे, पता है। We are going to show you sun deck here, which is
there's not a lot of sun
because the sun is also out.
खुद स्टाइल मारते हुए बहुत ही ज़्यादा ठंडी हवा चल रही है, मेरे कैमरा भी शेक हो रहा है।
Bobby, how is the experience of Viking?
Very comfortable inside here.
It's very cold.
This was our first glimpse of Finland from the sea, and we could see these small islands while entering into Finland, and then we could get the first glimpse of the Suomenlinna Fotress. Now this is a World UNESCO Heritage Site, and we'll talk about it more in the later half of the video. We are slowly sailing into Finland with the small islands, and you can see beautiful houses, churches, and the skyline of Helsinki dotted with churches with the green spires. Beautiful. I think it was a great decision to come to Helsinki for a day trip. And we are talking at the harbor. We landed at this particular terminal called as Katayanokan, and then we are walking this way towards the center and the market hall. So let's see how the walk is. There's this beautiful bridge with love locks as usual. I think this is quite famous now in every city you visit. Behind this looks like an impressive building. Maybe this is the Senate House. Public saunas in Finland, and then after you're done with the sauna you can go take a plunge in the pool.
जैसे आप शिप से या क्रूज से बाहर निकलेंगे तो ये दिखेगा आपको. ऑल द सोवेनियर्स, यहाँ की लोकल चीज़ें, खाना. So this is the kiosk machine. You can take tram cards. So we took 2 tram cards, €9 each, and for 2 people in A and B zone we can travel just by tapping this card. There you go, the tickets.
So we are at this place called as Kaupatori, which is basically like a food street. Like there are so many tents selling freshly baked salmon and most fish dishes, as well as a lot of meat like reindeer sausages and all of it. And we are trying a salmon plate and a salmon soup, both of which are very good. We are just digging into it. The prices are obviously expensive, almost €30 for these two, and it is not even a restaurant, it's just a stall. But once you deboard from your ferry, this is the first place you'll walk into. So we'll have food and then walk to the other part, which is the central square or the Senate Square as they call it. But first let's finish our food. This is very very yummy. Here's our first food of Finland, some salmon soup, and we also ordered a salmon plate which will come in some time. And here is our first salmon plate in Helsinki. Sauce is very good. We then walk towards the central Senate Square. The first glimpse of the Helsinki Cathedral in the Senate Square is actually mesmerizing. Like, it's very very big, and the videos can't do justice to how big this is. The entire square is a wide open space, and there's this huge flight of stairs. I think it would be almost 50-100 stairs which you need to take to reach the Helsinki Cathedral up top. It's a very beautiful place, historic buildings all around, and unfortunately when we went, the cathedral was undergoing a restoration. However, it still looked majestic. Next, we are visiting the Uspenski Cathedral, and it is the largest Orthodox church in Western Europe. Compare it with the Helsinki Cathedral, which is like a big white structure. Suddenly you see this striking red brick exterior church with golden cupolas, and this sits on top of a hill overlooking the Helsinki harbour. Now, this was built in 1868 during Finland's time as part of the Russian Empire. This is so amazing. 5 minutes away and you see a completely different architecture altogether. We were so much in love with Helsinki. Although you can easily walk from the Helsinki Cathedral to the Uspenski Cathedral, but since we had bought the all-day tram tickets, we thought, why not utilize it? So we took a quick short tram ride from the Senate Square and reached the Uspenski Cathedral. But as we said, you can easily walk to this destination from the Senate Square. We visited the cathedral on a Sunday, and it opens at 12 noon on Sunday, so make sure you look up the timing of the cathedral before visiting. The entry tickets are generally for €5. However, if you go during an offering time, you can enter for free. So plan your trip accordingly. From the Uspenski Cathedral, you get a brilliant panoramic view of the Helsinki Cathedral, and it's certainly worth climbing up top the hill of the Uspenski Cathedral. The interiors of Uspenski Cathedral will surely blow away your mind. So they are richly adorned with golden chandeliers and vivid frescoes, and clearly reflecting the Eastern Orthodox tradition. I'm someone who loves visiting these churches with old frescoes, so if you're someone who's into architecture, I would highly recommend this place, especially if it's on a weekend you enter for free, so that's a win-win. So this is the main Esplanade area, which is right in front of the seafront. There is the Ferry's wheel, and from here you can board the ferries to the Suomenlinna Sea Fortress. Okay, we then hopped on the HSL ferry from Helsinki's Market Square and enjoyed a scenic 15-minute ride across the Baltic Sea to the historic sea fortress of Suomenlinna. Remember, we saw the sea fortress while entering Helsinki? Yeah, the same one. It's majestic and it's very beautiful. The journey costs just 2.8 euros with a regular HSL ticket, and it offers stunning views at no extra charge. The first glimpse of Suomenlinna's main entrance gate reveals towering stone walls and a charming arched gateway in a shade of a very beautiful pink, evoking the grandeur of centuries-old military might. We quickly visited the information center, gathered a map, and basically then we will follow the blue line, which covers most of the important highlights of the trip. The first thing which you see is the Suomenlinna church, which stands gracefully at the heart of the island. Its simple neoclassical design doubling as a lighthouse guiding ships through Helsinki's waters for centuries. Life on Suomenlinna Island is a peaceful and community-driven affair, with around 800 residents living in charming wooden houses amidst cobbled paths and sea views. The residential area blends seamlessly with history, where locals share space with museum, artists, and curious visitors year-round. In autumn, Suomenlinna transforms into a serene canvas of golden hues, with crisp orange leaves carpeting its cobbled paths and fortress courtyards. The central courtyard of Suomenlinna exudes a quiet dignity, surrounded by historical buildings that once housed soldiers and officers. Beneath this ground lies the tomb of Augustine Ehrensvärd, the fortress's founder, honored with a grand memorial. Suomenlinna is home to one of Europe's oldest operating dry docks. How fascinating is this? A remarkable 18th century engineering feat still used for ship maintenance today. Remarkable. The King's Gate, an iconic stone entrance once built as a ceremonial gateway for King Adolf Frederick's arrival, leads you straight to the central courtyard. Suomenlinna's parks offer tranquil green spaces perfect for picnics and strolls, with Piper's Park standing out for its charming gazebo, sea views, and blooming summer gardens. The old bastion area of Suomenlinna, with its thick stone walls and winding tunnels, echoes the island's military past, and it offers sweeping views of the surrounding sea. It was a very green area, and we absolutely loved walking around these places, soaking in all the history, reading about it. The weathered artillery pieces scattered across Suomenlinna, they stand as silent, resilient reminder for visitors about the fortress's strategic military role throughout centuries of coastal defense. So this is the famous cinnamon bun from Helsinki, and some cappuccino, spinach pie in this beautiful cafe in Suomenlinna. Look at this view.
Thank you very much.
How's it?
As Shivani walks through the ancient stone archway leaving Suomenlinna behind, the echoes of history linger gently in the sea breeze. This was an experience which we will cherish for all our lives, and we would highly recommend people to do it if they're in Helsinki for a day. We then headed to the iconic market hall in Helsinki after Suomenlinna, however only to find that all its charming wooden stalls and local flavors were hidden behind closed doors. Yes, when we visited, the market hall was already closed. However, it should be a very authentic experience of Helsinki City, so we would highly recommend people who are visiting Helsinki not to miss this place. Next, we visited the towering St. John's Church. It looked quite similar to the Uspenski Cathedral, had a similar red brick exterior, and it had those Gothic details, which is always very attractive for a visitor like me.
So such old beautiful buildings. This yellow one particularly, if you see, it's made in 1902.
By now, tired from a day of exploring, we chose to simply sit back and soak in Helsinki from the comfort of a tram. For the next hour, we just glided past the elegant Senate Square, the grand central train station, and vibrant neighborhoods buzzing with local life. It was the perfect laid-back farewell to a city that blends history, design, and calm so effortlessly. Helsinki, we will surely gonna remember you, and we are gonna miss you a lot.